Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is John Rose, as you can see up there, and the name of, I'm the CEO and founder of the company, let's see, does it work? Yeah. RYOA International. We are a group that focuses on tourism in the Far East. I'll start with a little bit of background about myself. I originally, my studies are in engineering. I apprenticed in audio engineering and I noviced in electrical. But I would say my main background is in sales. About 1 year ago, during COVID and everybody was shut down, I had some interest in a product that I was developing for manufacturing. And I had been making some friends overseas trying to expand my network. And they told me I should come check out Vietnam. Well, at that time, the country was completely closed down and there was no way in there. Luckily, I was able to find a connection in Hanoi, and she was able to get me in the first group of travelers and reopen. So I was one of the first people to re-enter Vietnam back in March. When I got there, I was investigating manufacturing, as I said, because Vietnam is the most rapidly developing economy in the world, arguably. They're number 3 in textile manufacturing. So a business trying to start up in that area needs to have an idea of what that process is like. So I went over there to do some investigations, and to my surprise, I saw an opportunity in a different field, and that is tourism. I had no idea that Vietnam was such a strong place for tourism in the world, especially known about a few countries, one of them being China, obviously, and to the Chinese population, Vietnam's kind of looked at as the Florida of Asia. So they have a very strong tourism. Let's see here. And so when I got there, I had some troubles with my trip with the tour agency that I had, but I was meeting all these people who had been laid off from tourism. And in my experiences, I figured out some things that I can provide to the industry that are innovative and the future of travel, okay? And this is a little bit what we have to offer. So we offer the typical travel arrangements like any travel agency. We'll book your flights and your hotels and get you the best deals, okay? We also do custom tour design. So I have a network all across the country of Vietnam. It's very easy to transport. It's a very developed city now. So you can get a plane and fly, two-way ticket anywhere in the country is about $45, which is about equivalent to about 1 million Vietnamese dong. The things that we're really pioneering on is one is a 24-hour call center service helpline. So if you're in the country and you want to know about what's good to eat, you don't know how to pronounce this word, anything. I have a staff on hand there and partners that we have a chat group, and anytime, 24 hours a day, you have a question about your trip, you know, you're on your trip and you need help, anything like that, we're available for you, which was not available for me when I went on my first trip. The other innovation that we're trying to do is traveler monitoring, okay? So this is just a simple way of saying we track you by GPS, whether it be a phone or we supply you with a hardware device, and you're free to explore on your own. You can go into Ho Chi Minh City or Da Nang or any of these places and freely roam and not worry if you get lost, because I experienced it. I got lost and I didn't know what to do, but luckily I had made connections prior. When I tried to get my travel agency to help me, it was not a lot of help. But my friends found me on my phone, found my location, ordered their equivalent of an Uber, which is called Grab, and got me to where I needed to be within minutes. So we can provide that service. The other thing we can provide is a mobile concierge service. So this is basically the same deal. You call our helpline and you need something delivered to you, anything like that, we can get that sent right over to you. Your hotel, a restaurant, wherever you may be. As I said, we're tracking your location. You message us or call us up what it is you need, and we'll actively work to get you, whether it's food delivered or anything like that. I will tell you from firsthand experience, their transportation as far as like I said, they have the Grab service and food delivery and all that stuff is very on par. And I would say in a lot of ways exceed us, you know, as far as getting stuff in a timely fashion. And then the other thing that we're working on is we want to develop a traveler credit system. This works so people who don't want to go through the process of the exchange rates and figuring out how much, you know, because you're dealing with hundreds of thousands and millions when you're paying paper money in that country. So what we'll do is we'll allow you to buy credits, and then whatever that cost, any other leftover change just basically falls into the house account, you know, and then that just pays for the service, so you don't have to worry. We order all your food, you know, it's all the credits on file, and you don't have to worry one bit, okay? One thing that I noticed when I got to Da Nang, which is probably the #1 tourist spot, is that COVID closed all these construction projects, all these developing hotels. And it's amazing architecture. And when I got there, they just had started breaking into this again. And I have research provided over here if anybody's interested in further learning about it. But all these great developing buildings and stuff were just being halted for 2 years. They completely shut the borders down. So a lot of these projects were closed, but this just gives you an idea of how fast it was growing there in the travel industry. When I got there, when I went the second time this summer, they were definitely picking up on the construction, and they're amping back up. In the research, you'll find that, time's up.
That was it. 6
Oh,
minutes
whoops.
goes fast.
Well, this is some of my team. This is one of my partners, and there's just a little bit of a conclusion. And then I guess I'm taking questions now.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.